Alright. Add effectors today. We're going to thermostat out on this 2000 5.3 GMC Sierra. This is all the way up till about 06. You know, same style. So I've already taken this clamp loose here and here. Pop this loose with a screwdriver. This is in this little holder right here. Pop this out. Pull on this. There that goes. I'm gonna have to just pry this one out a little bit. And away we go. Alright, so I ended up taking this hose off here instead of the one on the bottom. It just came out a lot easier. That's okay. So we have all this stuff here. The thermostat's right there, as you can see. It's beep right there. So we're gonna pop this hose off here, and then I'm gonna get my Christmas tree here, pull that tab, pull another tab on this one, and the same on the other side. Get that out of the way so I can get my hands in here and get these bolts. You necessarily don't need to do that because I'm sure, well, I'll just get a ratchet at 10 and, you know, get it in there because that's the easiest way to do it instead of taking all this stuff off. So I'll just take this off as a 10. I could do this probably in 5 minutes. So I have a pan underneath this. It's gonna make a mess. I haven't drained anything through the petcock, but my pan's right underneath this. So I'm pulling this 10 loose, and all the coolant should go right into my pan and not make a big ass mess. But gonna have a little bit here on your splash pan, and then we'll go after the rest here. Let's see if I can get my hand in there. So everything's by Braille. And drop my. All right. We're getting this loose here. It's a slow process, but you're saving time, not taking the fan shroud off, and that's what I'm doing here. So if you like what I'm doing for you, just give me a like, give me a subscribe, be sure to tell a friend about it. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'll get my even smaller ratchet on this, maybe hurry up the process. Yeah, I got my even smaller guy in there. I'll show you here in a second. And then we're gonna get this last one at the top. It should pop loose, make a mess, and then put the new thermostat in there. So the reason we're replacing this is because the thermostat is that it overheated really quick, like the thermostat stuck. There wasn't that much coolant missing, like a blown head gasket. Very minute. It was like 1/4 of a gallon. So sometimes that happens when you have a thermostat that gets stuck and then it boils over. So that's what we're hoping for. It's kind of a mess right now. But once we take this off, we'll be able to look at the thermostat and see if it's stuck. Look for shiny spots, which is usually the indicator that the thermostat's stuck. So almost there, guys. Okay, and here's the messy part. Is I pop this. See, it's gonna leak. Here, hit my pan. It's in there, it's hitting the pan. Got that. So I have to pull my clamp here. I got my squeeze tool here, and I'm just gonna have to work a little bit of oil in here so that I can get this hose off because it's stuck. We're gonna get that out of there. Right. So this style of thermostat, you have to get the whole housing. You can press this all in here, but it's a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna get the whole housing. I just got the regular thermostat. So now we're talking about it's stuck. So you can see that shiny spot there. That's from it sticking. Also, you have those scrape marks here. That's where it's sticking. And yeah, so those are the spots where it has been sticking. So pretty sure that's what our problem was, is that the thermostat stuck. So we're going to put a new one in there. OE temp. I think it was like 190 or something like that. All right, fixtures, so we're back. So this is what the thermostat looks like. This is the whole housing. This is the part number. And here's some weather stripping that I'm going to use to keep this gasket into place here while I put it down in this hole. So I'm going to pull my old gasket off right there. There it is. It's pulled off. I'm going to scrape on that a little bit with some Scotch-Brite, as you can see down in there. It's got some leftovers, so I'm going to get that off, make it shiny. I'm going to take this this clamp off here. Alright, so we got some of the black stuff on there, so we're going to work that off here with some Scotch-Brite. Get this hole nice and shiny. It's just the main thing is you don't want to leave anything on there to have an uneven surface. So once you have the uneven surface, that means you're going to have a leak. So we're just going to get all this stuff off, make it look good. So I just use a little bit of weather stripping here to keep my gasket in place. So we got this on here, we got the maintenance service. The gasket's glued on there so it's not going to move, and it should still mate up and seal. So everything is tight. I've worked it back and forth, as you can see. Now I put my hose clamp on, put some coolant in it and bleed it, and we're done. So we got just finishing up the last little touches here with the screwdriver. Now we're going to put everything back together. Alright, so I'm putting in GM coolant. This is a multi-thing from Peak, but the main thing is 95 and up GM, which is Dex Cool. That's what came out of this, is orange stuff. So we're going to put that in there. So we're going to look for leaks. I don't see any. This is about halfway, so we're just going to let it get about just under halfway, or operating temp, and keep adding until it's at the good level, which is about there right now. Alright, so that's about the temp that you want. Everything looks good out there, so I think we're going to go drive it, make sure there's no air bubbles, and car quits.
Fixer good.
Yeah, fixer.